Hi everyone, welcome to Snap Vegan. We're eating on the cheap, doesn't have to kill you. And I'm having a fabulous hair day. Well, I had a pretty rough day yesterday after surgery. You can still see I'm still damaged goods here and here, but I am feeling better. And I went to the senior pack haul, as you saw, and I got a bunch of onions and lemons, and so I thought, you know, what am I going to do with all this? Patty's coming over later to help me figure out what to do with these lemons. Excuse me, I'm thinking about asparagus, using some with baking that asparagus. But anyway, so today I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some vegetable broth, because I only have about a half a carton left and I need some more. And I can always freeze that. I usually put them on ice trays, but I don't have room for ice trays. So what I'll probably end up doing after it cools off is putting it in some Ziploc bags and putting that in the freezer. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But I need vegetable broth. So that's what we're going to make today. Okay, so what I have today for my vegetable broth, around, is I have some cherry tomatoes. They're, you know, I call them last leg. They're almost, you know. And then carrots. We have onion, garlic, sea salt, rosemary, turmeric, cumin, black pepper. And that's, I don't need onion powder because I'm putting the real thing in. And for right now, I think that's going to be okay. I might throw a sweet potato in the mix. We'll see. Okay, I have pulled out a bunch of things. I have scrap bags because, you know, I use scrap. If I chop anything, I save all my scraps. So let me move this around a little bit. But first I'm going to put some like frozen broccoli in. And I have to do this one-handed just so I don't wear out my healing process here. Here's one of my scrap bags. As you can see, it's got carrots and tomatoes and bell peppers and celery and everything else. I'm just going to scrunch that up a little bit and dump it in. I also have this bag of cherry tomatoes. I'm just going to dump it in because, like I said, they're kind of last leg status. Here's some kale, a little bit of kale left in the bag here. I haven't used yet. And it's a great big old bag, so there's only that much left of it. Go ahead and finish that off and put that in there. Okay, so that's done. Carrots. I want you to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I put the kale in. Now I need to chop this onion, add the rest of the spices, fill it up with water, and set the Instant Pot. So please stand by. Okay, I've done the best I could, and that's pretty good, I think. So I put in carrots. I added some green beans, frozen green beans I've had for a while. Just went ahead and put some of that in there. So, this is what the Instant Pot's looking like right now. And there will be hard to do this one-handed. I'm going to add rosemary. Just a couple big shakes. I'm going to add turmeric. Pretty big shake there. A little bit of cumin. Three shakes there. And black pepper. Let's see if I can open it. There we go. Okay, so that's the extent of what I put in for my veggie broth. I'm going to fill this halfway up with water because I really want a really concentrated flavored veggie broth. And then we're going to turn on the Instant Pot. I can't do this one-handed. Hold on just a minute. Well, you know, never mind. Look at what I can do. Look at that. Okay, ibuprofen 800. It's working today. It sure wasn't working yesterday. Oh, I didn't put water in it. Dope. Okay, so I'm going to, like I said, fill that about halfway full with, I use filtered water. Because you never know about the water. You know, I didn't put a sweet potato in there. No, I'm good. Okay, so we're going to go, I can't see what you're seeing, of course. So, I'm going to go manual, and I'm going to make that 30 minutes. And I've got the top sealed, as you can see. I've got it sealed. And then after that stops, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go into a natural release for probably another 30 minutes because I want it to steep in that awesome goodness. So we'll be back after that. Patty's on her way, I think. So I'm going to have to take a break, figure out the lemon thing while this is going. I don't know if she's going to want to be on camera or not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and now we're back. So what we've done is the Instant Pot is finished, and I have let the vegetables in its broth now just steep on low for, actually Patty came over, so it's been on low for like 3 hours now. So this should really be good. So what I'm going to do, what we do is you get cheesecloth and you get your large stock pot and you cover the stock pot with cheesecloth. And then you dump out what's in the Instant Pot into the cheesecloth, which I might have a little difficulty. I don't know if you want to watch or not, but let's see what happens. Okay, I have gloves on the ready because I need to have grippers, and keep saying the pot is still hot a little bit. I didn't want to keep waiting for it to cool off, so let's see how this works out. You know, that is a little too heavy for me right now with my wrist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ladle, and I'm just going to have to scoop it out in small portions. Okay, well, I was looking for my 2-cup cup. And excuse me. Excuse me. I was having, couldn't find it, and then I realized, well, I've got my cilantro sitting on it. Okay, so I decided to get a small saucepan because that will give me very good results for what I'm trying to do. And then you just take the vegetables, put them in the cheesecloth. Be careful. You're going to have to probably do this a couple of times. Strain the first round, wring out and clean out the cheesecloth. Do it another time until you have no bits in your broth. But boy, I tell you what, it sure does smell good. Okay, so I've got that relatively full right now. I'll just leave that laying right there. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to strain it. So try to pick up the four corners of your cheesecloth as best you're able to. And this is really hot. So it's going to be kind of, I'm going to strain that out as much as possible. And what else you can do, let me just, I'm having to use adaptive behavior here because of my wrist. So hang on a minute. Get you a strainer. This is adaptive behavior because, if this is the first time tuning into the channel, I had surgery on my arm. I'm still not healed up yet. So, he said do what you can do, so I'm trying to do what I can do. So anyway, once you got the cheesecloth here, this straddles the pot. So what you can do if you have issues like me is just put that in the pot. Let me show you. Put that in the pot like that and let the strain continue to work on its own if you don't have the torque in your hands like me. We're going to let that sit just a little bit because I can't squeeze it right now. I can push. Let me show you. Try to get you a little closer here. And I'm still trying to do this one-handed, so bear with me. Okay, so I've got that in there, and the bottom of this isn't quite at the bottom of the strainer. So I'll get this and I'll push and push and push and splash, and that was really hot. So this is a flexible what do you call them? Strainer. You could probably use one that's not as flexible and you won't get that. Let me, while it's there, oh, that is really good broth. Sorry, I get a taste of that. But that's one way to taste it, right? It's so nice when it doesn't have the oil or the fat in it. This is just nothing but fresh ingredients. Okay, that's enough for that one situation there. Nothing, just a couple drips from it, and it's yielded quite a lot of juice, which is great, or broth, I should say, because that's the goal here. So let me discard this, get ready for round 2. Okay, to further strain this, I've just put this flexible thing back here on my 5-cup or 8-cup measuring container, and then I can lift this now and then pour this into that container to strain it again. And it looks like that cheesecake that it only left me just a little. I mean, I think I'll even leave that in there. That's so little. Okay, so that was, you get the gist of it though. And what a beautiful color. Look at the color of that vegetable broth. And I am trying to get this. I'm sorry. So Patty was even saying last night, actually I pulled a good part, I pulled a really good container. I got a ladle last night, and she was smelling the vegetable broth cooking. She goes, "Gosh, Cathy." Well, this was after it had cooked and was on low, right, or on keep warm. And after it had naturally released, I just opened the vent, and oh man, the smell was fantastic. She goes, "Cathy, that smells so good." And I said, "Well, you want some to take home?" And she's like, "Yeah, I was just saying I had to go to the store to get vegetable broth." I said, "Well, me too, but I decided since I had all of this here, make my own." And I said, "Look, if you want to do that too, you can come use my Instant Pot. That's okay." And this little new microphone is something else. But so hopefully she'll take me up on the offer. I mean, I'm not going to let it leave the house, but she can come over here and use it anytime she wants to. That's like gold. I really, really want one of those 3-quart, because for me, just me, to use on a, this is, although it's easy to clean, it's just big, to clean. And a 3-quart would suit me so much nicer. And I just not in the budget. Don't look like it's going to be in the budget. But anyway, it's on my wish list down below. Amazon. I'm not an Amazon affiliate, so you don't have to worry about anything I refer you to me making a buck off of it. I tried. Well, I gave you that story way back. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, but you've caught the gist of it and how to do your own vegetable broth. And man, the color, the fragrance, and the taste. Oh God, that's so good. It is so rich and just so flavorful. Oh, something funny to add. Patty says, after I use the strainer on her part to give her some, she says, "Well, now what do you do once the fat, you still have to strain off the fat?" I said, "Patty, there is no fat. It's all vegetables. Vegetables don't put off fat like that." I said, "It's all vegetables. No fat to skim. You use it just," so she goes, "Oh, wow, yeah, I guess so." So, isn't it nice? Isn't it really nice? So, hey, I want to shout out to Annette, Sissy, Bailey. I haven't heard from her in a long time, and I just realized I don't have the microphone in, but I'm sure you can hear me anyway. There, maybe you can hear me better now, I don't know. But, her and I exchanged Facebook messages, and she was going through a trying time. So, let's all send our good vibes and prayers and wishes for a good outcome to whatever it is that she's up against, because she's been advocating for whole food, plant-based nutrition for a while now, and she's been a great support to me, I mean, in words and deeds. And I haven't heard from her, I haven't heard back from her. I've sent her several messages, but just want to send out the love and ask everybody to collectively think of her in your prayers, and for just pray for all things good to go her way. And you guys take care of yourself. I'm on the mend still, I got that bruise back here still there, but it doesn't hurt. And I was able to raise my arm. Did you just see that? Ibuprofen 800 is helping. I did have a rather rough day. I have a couple of videos. I was crying and I needed some, but I decided not to upload it. I decided not to upload it because that was just a moment in time, and I'm over it. So what we do, we suck it up, we persevere, and we get on with making the improvements necessary to have better health, right? That's what we do, right? So I'm going to do my part, and I hope you'll be doing yours. So have a good day, everybody. Blessings to you all, and thank you for your love and support. Thank you to my new subscriber, and God bless you all. Have a fantastic weekend, and keep everyone affected in all of the disastrous areas and the upcoming Louisiana thing in our thoughts and prayers. If you can do anything to help, whether it's a good word, a card, a letter, whatever is within your financial means to be able to do, please send all the love their way. And we've got to do this together. We got to do whatever we can do in whatever manner we can do to help. So thank you. God bless you. And enjoy your vegetable broth, hey? Bye-bye.